Did you know guardsmen actually get paid more than teachers? Teachers are mold children growing up, and this is a huge significance when you have good teachers. Teacher quality is the number one school-related factor in student achievement, yet the profession is in turmoil. Many earn less than a family living wage. Up to a quarter of the workforce leaves teachers annually, and about one-fifth are forced to seek a second job. According to the Economic Policy Institution, teachers make about 20% less than any other college educated workers with similar experience. And after doing some research, I actually found that the highest teacher annual salary just averagely is around 98,000, and that's at the top of the teacher list. And at an average normal teacher, as primarily maybe at an elementary school, it'll be around 50,000, and that's not nearly enough to live, especially in California, especially if you're trying to live as a family. Teachers' salary should have a high increase because what I said before is they help mold children into basically into what our future is going to be. Teachers they spend 5 days out of the week with the future men teachers, and teachers will help motivate the students to succeed. And then before getting into why maybe more this is an issue in the world, let me explain to you how we can solve this problem step by step. The problem is hurting the willingness and lack of teachers in their lacking willingness for the students to learn. For me personally, when I have a teacher that I could tell is not even involved or motivated to teach me what I want to learn, it dismotivates me and it makes me slack off on my own work. The problem is actually hurting the future of our children. And now that we know the depth of this problem, let me tell you why this is happening. The cause of those problems is from decades long and the baptism war on public education. It was born of frustration within teacher unions, desire to standardize culture, and a possessed commitment to the fiscal authority. The government caused this problem because they were enforced in the Great Recession. It started around in the 90s. As recently, it has gotten even worse because of COVID-19. But that happened almost with most jobs around the world. This is still happening because the government looks at the teachers as an easy job. And I actually found, here's a quote from the Secretary of Education named Betsy DeVos. Failing to serve their students and urging them to keep adult disagreements out of the classrooms, and someone hasn't done anything about it because there's not enough funding within education. And that decades long of the baptism war on a public education, born of frustration within the teachers' unions, a desire to standardize cultures, and a possessed commitment to fiscal authority. The government caused the problem because they were enforced because of the Great Recession, and it started around in the 90s, as I said before. And back to the COVID-19 situation. After doing some more research about this specific problem, just because it happened so recently, they're worried some experts are worried it's even going to further even more even after the pandemic is over. Because the salary increases are likely to happen because of all the jobs that have been missed out and all the schools that have been shut down. State tax revenues have been plummeted, and the federal relief for teachers is uncertain. And I actually found a quote from the CEO of Education Research Strategies, Karen Howley Miles. She said the best way to solve this restructive available money is create leadership roles, and that way better teachers with more responsibility can earn more, while these underperforming or choosing part-time work can earn less. And what I liked about her too is she also said, this is another quote from her, she said, experience matters, but it only matters if it leads to good teaching. And in conclusion, a teacher's salary is just not at the end of the day, it's not just about the money. It's about the effort, the motivation, and that the teacher puts into what they do in their job. For me personally, I know if I'm not getting paid enough for what I want to do, I'm not going to be motivated. I'm not going to put my best effort out there. to do what I want to do. So this is also going to tie in with this teacher salaries. Teachers need an increase. Some ways we can do it maybe is donation money to the schools. And at the end of the day, as like I said before, teachers are what mold our new generations. They spend so much time with our kids, and our kids learn so much from them. And a passionate teacher will stick with the children forever and help them become successful people within this world. Thank you for listening. My name is Jack Rowe.